So Elon Musk was on the Joe Rogan show.
Yes, he was.
Now, I like Joe Rogan. I've done that show twice. It's a blast. I can't believe the stuff Joe Rogan gets away with. Like, he's just created his own niche in this universe, and it's popular. And we're going to have Tulsi Gabbard on this show coming up pretty soon. And she got in touch with us because of the Joe Rogan show. She saw me on Joe's show and then reached out and said, I'd like to come on your show. So that's the power of that guy's show. It's very powerful. And he had Elon Musk on, so you know Elon. And this happened.
Or is it a cigar?
No,
Okay.
it's marijuana
it's
inside
weed.
of tobacco.
Oh, okay. So it's like pot tobacco
Yeah.
pods.
You never had that?
Yeah, I think I tried one once.
Come on, man. You want some of that? You probably can't because of stockholders, right?
I mean,
Did you hear what he said?
Yep.
You probably can't because of stockholders, right? First of all, I know a lot of people, and Joe likes smoking pot with the tobacco in it. To me, that is the grossest thing in the world. And I know a lot of people love it, but just to me personally, gross. When I was in Australia, they did that. They would hand out, because you could still smoke in the nightclubs when I was there, so I would just light up joints. And it looked like a cigarette because I would roll them in one of those cigarette rolling machines, and I would just be smoking pot inside, and no one knew the hell. They're like, where's that smell coming from? Because everybody was smoking, so they could. Anyway, that's gross because I quit smoking cigarettes. And then if you smoke tobacco, it's like giving heroin to a heroin addict. Like, oh, no, I want more. So that's a bad idea. And by the way, nothing tastes better than just straight pot. Why you got to, I don't, whatever. So there they are. And he says, oh, you can't do it because of the stockholders?
it's legal, right?
It's totally legal.
Okay.
How does that work? Do people get upset at you if you do certain things?
This is all hilarious.
Now that we know.
Talk about foreshadowing.
Right?
Do people get upset with you if you do certain things?
Inhale. Oops.
Tobacco and marijuana in there. That's all it is.
He doesn't inhale.
He didn't even inhale
Yeah,
it.
he doesn't
The
inhale.
combination of tobacco and marijuana.
He didn't even
is
inhale. He did
wonderful.
a Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
First turned on to it by Charlie Murphy and then reignited by Dave Chappelle. There you go.
Plus whiskey. Haha, exactly.
Perfect. Balances it out.
I mean,
I'm a firm believer in
alcohol's
that.
a drug. It's been grandfathered in.
Well, it's not.
So that happened. How funny all that stuff Joe Rogan says. Is stockholders got that? Well, so here's a tweet from Andrew Yang. What a great name. He said, Elon Musk and Joe Rogan talked about many important topics, specifically how artificial intelligence will reshape our society. And instead, the headlines are about him trying weed, a harmless drug that is legal in California and should be completely illegal in the USA. Yes, that is correct. Totally agree with you, Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang VFA. Did you see that? See that? It says Andrew Yang VFA. What does VFA stand for?
Very fine actor.
There it is. NPR says Tesla stock takes a hit after Elon Musk does the same.
They were so proud of that headline.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
they
were.
were.
So proud of that headline.
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah. So there you go. So the stocks did take it just as Joe Rogan predicted. That's amazing that he said that. Oh, you can't do that. A lot of people get mad at you for doing certain things. Yes. Yes.
It was like the most subtle of peer pressure. Like it was like, oh, stockholders, you can do it.
Yeah. You don't want to be beholden to. What are you? You somebody's bitch? That's what he's.
Yeah.
Right? You're
Like
supposed-
the slightest.
Yeah, he's like really like you can't do it because you got people like you got a daddy looking over your shoulder. Tesla shares fell more than 6% on Friday after top executives resigned and CEO Elon Musk appeared to smoke pot in a video. Are you out of your? Do you know 20 frickin' years ago? No. 30 years ago, the president of the United States admitted to smoking pot. 30 frickin' years ago, the president of the United States, Bill Clinton, admitted to smoking pot. 30 years ago. Do you know who else admitted to smoking pot? Newt Gingrich, right? Didn't everybody expect? Well, let me take that back. But didn't Barack Obama admit to smoking pot?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Obama did.
So, all right, so that's
I don't know about Newt, but I know Obama did.
2 out of the last 4 presidents admitted to smoking pot. Is this still people? This is really that's the thing that made people because Elon Musk smoked pot on a video at a podcast. That is the dumbest thing.
Maybe it's because he didn't inhale.
Yeah.
Maybe people are like, this guy. I don't know.
He doesn't even know how
That's
to
pretty.
News of the resignation of Tesla chief accounting officer Dave Morton came Friday, according to the securities filing. Morton stated that the level of public attention placed on the company and the pace within the company caused him to reconsider his future. I don't know what any of that crap
Well,
means.
then that doesn't really sound like that is in response to somebody smoking pot. That just means, hey, you know what? This is it. This is one more thing. I don't want to deal with the demands and the public attention this company is getting. I'm done.
I don't know what that means. That he's trying. Well, it's weird timing then, right? Wouldn't
Yeah, that is odd timing.
That is odd
if
timing.
those two things are completely unrelated.
Look, I was thinking about quitting anyway, and so this has nothing to do with the pot smoking. It has everything to do with the pot smoking.
I was thinking about quitting, then dude didn't even inhale, and I'm done now.
He added that he believed in Tesla, saying, I have no disagreements with Tesla's leadership or its financial reporting. So he's trying to pretend it's not about that, but it's really odd timing, David. Morton had been on the job for about a month.
He gave it.
Come on!
He gave it the good old college try. You do it for a month.
Starting one day before Musk announced on Twitter that he was considering taking the electric car company private. That tweet made stocks soar. So stocks were soaring right before this. So when he said he was going to take it private, that makes stocks soar. I wonder why that makes. I don't know enough about finance to know why that would make the stock soar. Do you, Ron?
No.
Me neither. At $420 a share, get the F out of here. Get the F out of here.
Man.
Come on. 420? Are you freaking killing me? 420 and 420? Come on.
Yes.
Maybe someone in the marketing department told him if he offers you a joint, hit it, because guess what our share is? Who knows?
Hit it. At $420 a share, some people wondered whether the number was meant to reference marijuana culture. I was not on weed, to be clear, he told the New York Times. Weed is not helpful for productivity. There's a reason for the word stoned. You just sit there like a stone on weed. Okay, that's not true, mister. I don't even inhale when I smoke pot. It's great for creativity. I don't know about productivity, but it's great for creativity.
And look, we know you weren't stoned. You know how we know that? Because you said the words, I was not on weed. Nobody says that ever.
Are you on the weed? Rod, you look like you're on the weed
You look like
today.
you're on the weed this morning.
Who's on the weed?
Well, wasn't somebody just saying recently, like if you say pot, they know you're older, but if you say weed, you're a younger generation? Isn't like that the whole
I didn't
term
hear
right
that.
now?
I don't know. I didn't hear.
I
know.
say pot, so I guess
You're an old man.
I guess
You're
so.
an old man. You
I
gotta
say
say
gr-
weed.
I say grass. How old is that? When I was a kid, they would call it grass. Hey, who's got some grass? They would call it grass. No
Really?
one calls it
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
now.
I-
They would
no,
call
you've
it
never
grass.
heard that?
I think I've heard that, but yeah, I've definitely never heard
Or
anyone
how about
say it.
Well, they still some. No one. Like there's that Reefer Madness movie, but no
Yeah.
one ever referred to pot as reefer.
I've only ever heard people do that, like, ironically, like they're making fun of themselves, like in like
Yeah.
a self-dev, like, oh, where's the reefer, like that.
Yeah. So whenever a cop car would go by, my next door neighbor, or sometimes when a cop car would go by,
Try saying
My-
that 5 times.
my neighbor Kyle Kitlars would yell, "Ditch the reefer!" Right, like he was going to make the cops go crazy. Like, what? Someone's got reefer. Ditch the reefer. How about that? Gabby Toledano, Tesla's head of human resources, also said she was leaving the company on Friday. She had been on leave for a few months to be with her family, Tesla wrote in a blog post. Other entrepreneurs have used marijuana, including the late Steve Jobs and
Now he's dead.
and George Zimmer, founder of Men's Warehouse. Virgin Group founder Richard Branson reportedly encouraged parents to smoke joints with their children. You know who else has used marijuana? Every musician you've ever liked in your life. How about that? Except for apparently Ted Nugent. I saw him on Joe Rogan. He said he doesn't smoke the pot, and he used all these ridiculous reasons why. And then I saw someone say, I smoked a joint with Ted backstage in frickin' 1988 or something like that. And I was like, I'm sure Ted Nugent has smoked a lot of weed.
Maybe Ted didn't remember it because he's not a frequent user.
Yeah, maybe that's it. So like Paul McCartney, like those guys smoke pot. Like George Carlin, Paul McCartney, Rodney Dangerfield. So now how about all the Rolling Stones who are, by the way, now knights? They've been knighted.
It made Bob Dylan and the Beatles friends.
Yes.
Because that song, like where it says, I have that love I can't hide. When Bob Dylan first heard that song, he thought they were saying I get high. And he's like, they do? I got to hang out with these guys. So when the Beatles and Bob Dylan first hung out, he's like, yeah, I know in the song you say you get high. And the Beatles were like, yeah, of course we do. Because they didn't want to look lame, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, here, I got some. And the truth is, none of the Beatles had ever tried it before, so they made Ringo try it first. Like, they were like, Ringo loves it the most. But then, of course, they all loved it. And,
Of course.
the rest is history.
And the next thing you know, Little Yellow Submarine.
Yep.
So this is ridiculous. Like, that's the 60s. So that was 50, 70, almost 7. Was that 70 years ago? I'm bad with math. Was that 50 years ago? I don't know how long ago.
Arno, do the math.
How long ago was the 60s?
It was like, it was
80?
over 50. It was over 50.
We're so stupid. So there's a little bit more to
Math
this.
in real time.
Several media outlets incorrectly reported that the U.S. Air Force was reviewing Musk's security clearance after the video of him smoking was published online because his company, SpaceX, provides services to the government, Reuters reported. Yeah, I heard that too. But that's not true. Do people want privacy? Musk asked Rogan in the video because they seem to put everything on the internet practically. Ironical. It's super ironical. I can't believe this is a thing, and I can't believe that this is so. Again, 2 out of the last 4 presidents have admitted to smoking pot. Bob Dylan, a Nobel Prize winner for poetry or something. He got it for that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to be kidding me. Weed, one of the most innocuous drugs in the history of drugs. But if he sat there and he had a glass of Everclear, or if they both did a shot of Everclear on there, it would be no one would give. Which is way more destructive. Everclear is like 200 proof. It's like straight. That stuff will take the pain off of.
Even John Boehner's okay with it at this point.
Yeah, John Boehner's
Boehner.
okay with weed. For F's sake, are you kidding me? Now watch this and laugh because of all the shit they said.
Or is it a cigar?
No,
Okay.
it's marijuana
it's
inside
weed.
of.
He looks a little
tobacco.
uncomfortable.
Okay. So it's like pot tobacco
Yeah.
posh.
You never had that?
Yeah, I think I tried one once.
Come on, man.
I think I tried it once. You're not sure?
He's pushing him a little bit. Come
If
on,
you
man.
only
Do you
did
hear
it-
him say that?
If you only did it once, you would super remember that you only did it once, right?
Oh,
I
yeah. think
I did it. I don't. You go remember if you were ever high once in your life? What? No, that's like saying I think I went over Niagara Falls once. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
right?
What? That's not something you're not sure of.
Do you still remember your first time? I totally still remember my first time.
Smoking pot?
Yes.
Smoke a pot. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes.
I remember my first time. I thought I wasn't gonna leave my couch. I was like, this is the most comfortable couch that's ever been created ever, and I think I'm gonna stay here forever. And
You had
I'm,
good pot.
I'm in 6th grade, so I don't know what I'm gonna
I
do
had
when
the-
it's time for school. But
I was also, I think, like in 7th grade, the
Yeah.
first time I did it. I had the best goddamn time I ever had. It was the funnest. I was camping with my family, and we would go to this place in Michigan called Hollywood Shores. And we would go there for like a month and a half at a time. Anyway, in the summer, and some people had some weed, and these guys who were camping there had some weed. I smoked it. I never laughed so hard in my life. That first time I smoked pot with those
Yeah.
guys, I never laughed so hard. And then I didn't smoke pot. I smoked pot maybe 5 times, and then I didn't smoke pot again all through high school.
and I didn't smoke it much in high school. I didn't get more into it until college.
And then in college, I only did it maybe 5 times in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and when I did it, I got high. I was eating everything. I was so high one time. So I only got high 5 times in college, probably, and 5 times before that. And I had this. It was like a bread bowl. You know how sometimes they put like a spinach dip in a bread bowl, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we had eaten the spinach dip, but the bread bowl just kind of sat there in my college dorm room. It was like on a shelf or something. It was like for like a week. And
I was just going to ask how long had that bread bowl been sitting there?
so I got high, and that's the only thing I had to eat was that bread bowl, and I had, and there was some French onion dip in my little fridge, and I was like, "Fuck it," and I just ate it. It was so good. It was so good. I couldn't believe it.
Finely aged bread bowl.
Oh boy, couldn't be healthy. But anyway, how funny is that? That's all. Let's watch it again. Let's watch this again.
Or is it a cigar?
No,
Okay.
it's marijuana
it's
inside
weed.
of tobacco.
Oh, okay. So it's like pot tobacco
Yeah.
posh.
You never had that?
Yeah, I think I tried one once.
Come on, man. You want some? You probably can't because of stockholders, right?
Joe's totally
I
shivering.
mean, it's legal, right?
It's totally legal.
totally legal.
How does that work? Do people get upset at you if you do certain things? There's tobacco and marijuana in there. That's all it is.
Watch him not inhale. He didn't inhale.
I bet he wishes he
combination
did
of
now.
Tobacco and marijuana
Yeah.
is wonderful. First turned on to it by Charlie Murphy, and then reignited by Dave Chappelle. There you go.
Plus whiskey.
Haha, exactly.
Perfect. Balances it out.
I mean,
I'm a firm believer in
alcohol
that.
is a drug. It's been grandfathered in.
Well,
yes,
it's not.
it has been grandfathered in. All right, so that was fun to watch. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed. Even if you think you are, you're probably not. It only takes a second to check, and then you have to ring that bell so they send you a notification when we drop a new video. Otherwise, they won't tell you when we drop new videos. And if you like our show, please help support it. Become a patron. We give you hours of bonus material every week, and we give a live stream. We do a live stream every Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific time when you could ask us questions and we answer them back. Thanks for your support.